Hey guys, Tomboy61, and today we have a wonderful arena match for you. Arena came back this weekend, and I have to say, I think they've hit the perfect little formula for arena at least. The matches were short. The combination of the battle fatigue system with it being a short sprint of an arena season meant that it felt really good to participate in this season, and you didn't have to like murder yourself in order to get into the upper ranks. I don't think I ever maxed out my battle fatigue this weekend, and I ended up in top 10%, which I feel like is the right amount to do. Now, did I do some strategies to maximize my XP? Of course I did, and I'll of course talk about that as we go through the video. But I think Wargaming really hit the perfect kind of middle ground for an arena style for the arena style game mode with the economy overall, and I just have to give them props for that. Anyways, first shot out over on the Nuremberg. We're in Warspite, and of course Warspite is one of the best tier 5 battleships because it can overmatch, I think, everything at the tier as far as bow armor goes. So nothing can really perfectly bow tank you. Of course, Ismail has a icebreaker hull, so the lower part of the bow can bow tank you, but like majoritively, nothing can really bow tank you when you're in Warspite, and the same thing has to go with West Virginia. But two shots, and that Nuremberg is no more. Of course, as we saw, we do have the power-ups returning for this time around, and I do really like the power-ups in the arena game modes. I think the 3v3 v3 v3 kind of style games with the power-ups make these a ton of fun. Bayern is sailing straight broadside, so we are going to go ahead and just chunk him right here because you shouldn't just sail straight broadside. We'll happily take it. But anyways, going back to the economy, they have the battle fatigue kind of implement here, and I'll be honest, the last week I haven't been feeling Warships very much. I barely played last week. I barely accomplished my weeklies for the weekly havocs. Like, that is how little I played. I just haven't been feeling Warships, and this little short sprint of tier 5 arena mode has made me enjoy the game a little bit more again, which is kind of weird. I spent most of the week playing Watch Dogs Legion because it was the gold edition of it's $20 on Amazon if you're an Xbox person, which for the digital code, which hey, it's cheaper than a premium ship. Anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed this arena season just because with the battle fatigue, you could absolutely not have to invest everything to get up to the top. Now, what did I do? What was my strategy? Well, first off, if we go back to like my global XP video, it is all about trying to take advantage of that first win bonus and stacking it with like your large epic boosters. Like that has been my main strategy. Also Devonshire, straight broadside, and we go ahead and deliver a dev strike to him right there. That's two ships now that we have, two cruisers we've pretty much wiped off the mat for our team. Bayern sailing away with not much health. We are doing really well. But anyways, back to my strategy for the matches. It's been, use, if I can, use a premium ship that I haven't won with for the day, attach an epic booster, and play it until I get a win in it. And that kind of small strategy has done very well with me. Nuremberg, once again, can't really bow tank us. And I think, what was that, a good chunk of shells just landed on his deck and penetrated it right through. But we do also have Normandy that we kind of have to keep in mind of. We're going to try to get Nuremberg right here if we can, but I think he's going to end up sneaking behind that island. So we have to go ahead and turn our attention towards the Normandy here. But like, if you're able to use the first win bonuses, yes, you may not be using your favorite ship, but if you can kind of basically end up playing 2 rounds in each ship and get a free 1.5 times XP boost for each time you play a new ship, you're going to end up ahead, and it's going to make your life a little bit easier. Now, mind you, that's me who's shooting for top 10%. If you're trying to go for the top, the upper bracket, good luck. That is something that does not appeal to me, trying to get into the top 1%, because that is the try hard area that I don't need to touch. Anyway, Normandy is fairly broadside. We got a decent hit into him, and unfortunately he's just going to go ahead and kind of angle back and angle behind this island and get into cover, which means we are not going to be able to take the shot. As far as teams go, well, our team is left to 2. Red is down to 2, but Normandy is quite low, and orange team is at full strength, though we do know we did hit that Nuremberg for a fairly high amount of damage earlier. But of course, we do have to keep in mind we all got the heals right now, so anything can happen with the heals, because you know, if you leave a ship alone for too long, it gets up to max health. Like, look at us, we are almost at max health once again, because of just being able to be left to our own accords. Anyways, Fubuki pops up. We kind of check to see where Normandy is, realize we are not going to get a shot at Normandy. Go ahead and toss our shots at Fubuki. Warspite has excellent accuracy. Fubuki kind of drops off the map, but we get 3 overpens on him, giving us the Confederate, up to 109,000 damage. And, you know, feeling good. We start to turn out just because we know that the orange team is going to end up being the big threat. The enemy Normandy ended up getting wiped out, so we need to start kind of angling in and know where the enemy ships are. We don't know we could look, but at this time we don't know where that enemy battleship is. Fubuki, we can see we did hit him for a good chunk of damage right there. We'll go ahead. He's popped up again. We might as well shoot our shot. If there's a destroyer spotted and you can go ahead and take a shot, might as well take it. Look right there. We got another 2 hits on that Fubuki. Nuremberg pops out. He is not healed much. I think he actually may have even lost health in the amount of time since we've seen him, which is a bit weird. Maybe a teammate hit him, but we go ahead, take a citadel, destroy him. Enemy team is now down to the same amount of ships as our team is, and guess what? We're at nearly full health thanks to the heals that are still a creeping away. We've been spotted, so it's fairly it's a pretty easy guess that their destroyer is somewhere out there. We go ahead and pop up our plane just so that if there's some torpedoes inbound, maybe we get a little bit of an extra warning on it. Maybe we get a little bit something. As we speak about torpedoes, here comes a set of torpedoes in. Most likely from the Nuremberg, or it could also be from that enemy destroyer. We end up taking one in the nose. Thankfully, we don't get a flood. California sitting somewhat broadside, I think, to us, or, you know, he's sitting there, and we go ahead and whack him for 12,000 damage right there. We do a quick follow-up shot just to see if, oh, wow, you know, like, I was not expecting that kind of hit. Let's see if we can go ahead and duplicate it. Sadly, we cannot. But, hey, we now know where their battleship is, and we can go ahead and start steaming towards him. He goes ahead and tries to send a salvo towards us. It hits the island, and we are able to sneak 1 shell over the island to hit him. In the great words of Michael Scott, you miss 100% shots you don't take. Or I know Gretzky said that as well, but you know, for me, it's all about that Michael Scott. Anyways, California kind of looking for what we're doing, and for us, we're just trying to stay alive and try to take in. At this point, we kind of realize that we know whereabouts their destroyer is, because we see that smoke on the horizon. Until then, I was very hesitant because I had no kind of bearing or heading as to where their destroyer was. And as a surprise to me, this California decides it's time to go ahead and try to duke it out, and we're going to happily take that challenge. Of course, Warspite does have those 381 millimeter guns, I believe, which means, like I said, he can pretty much overmatch anything, and that includes California. So we will happily take a broadside on California. Of course, we have to give a little bit of broadside for us to complete our turnout, just because we don't want to get too close to California. We can see our Fubuki has gone ahead and launched torps. California takes a big hit as a Fubuki gets a high caliber, which tells me some enemy torps were launched towards him, and he has taken the brunt of that damage. And now we just have to go ahead and sink this California, and we're like, oh, this is going to be easy, until our accuracy decides it's going to be a little rougher than we thought. this is where one of the things, I know sometimes people will criticize me for not aiming directly at waterline, and this is one of those reasons why I don't like aiming directly on waterline. If you look, we have a good chunk of shells that are just falling just short. If you aim at waterline, you're more likely to have those shells that drop low just splash on water and do nothing. But if you aim up a little, you may not hit exactly at waterline, but at least you're getting those shells to do some sort of damage, which is better than no damage at all. California starts to go nose in. We go ahead and fire our shots out, and we get one shatter and one ricochet, most likely off the big old cannons in the big old guns, because of course the guns have fairly good armor on them. But California decides to turn out, and we hit a massive chunk of damage on him right there. California slowly burning away. We're going to see if we can go ahead and yoink the kill right before he burns to death. And are we able to? Yes, we are. And that brings us up to 183,000. And we'll end up pretty much wrapping the game. We end up spotting the enemy destroyer once or twice, but with the amount of time left in the game as we steam into A, he is able to kind of escape and just kind of stay away. But because of the number of kills that we got, because of course in arena mode, if everyone is still alive at the end, the team with the most kills for the match is the one that wins. I've done 4 kills, which is plenty usually to go ahead and secure a victory. Because our team has secured so many kills, we end up taking the W for the game. Of course, the only real challenge is the Fubuki had to steam towards A to make sure that it was not captured, but thankfully he was able to. But yeah, guys, that was the arena match. What did you guys think of arena this past time? Like I said, I think they hit a really good balance, and I've really appreciated this, and I look forward to the rest of the arena battles, the arena seasons for the rest of this update, because yeah, they're fun, they're short, and they give you something to do on the weekends that's a little bit more focused than usual. So yeah, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.